trying to understand. You can get a little bit more light on this, a little more, a little less. Okay. I'm going to write this out. I have made a ton of existing connections. They already exist, coming out of music, out of a song. Xenon, the creator of whichever, whatever, however you want to say it. Is it the record creator? Is it the music creator? Whatever it is, everything is in the word. So if you chose a word and everything comes from the alter reality, even the music comes from the alter reality, therefore who you are is from the alter reality into this world. Now you've got a name in here and a name out there. You've created the avatar. How did you choose your avatar? So right now I just want to write down 7. I want to write down 8. I'm going to write this down. I'm going to tell you about it. And somebody was asking, how do we know about the end of time? When is the end of time? Well, wouldn't they not tell you that the end of time would be the intellectual meeting between Mars and Earth IT system? The IT system, just give me a second. Yeah, there's just, oh, hold on a second. What does the letters IT mean? What does IT stand for? Abbreviation, okay. .com is one option. Get it to reality. Acronym abbreviate. What does it mean? What does the term IT mean? And we're going to go on here. The information technology. So when you go to time, it is technology, information, Mars, Earth. You can use anything you want between M for Mars and E for Earth. The resident agency in Mercury, we have MER, Mars, Earth, and I like to say the resident angel, and that is created through the heavens of the one spirit. And for some reason, I don't have my dice cube with me. Very upsetting. A million dice cubes and not one with me. That is created. I lost my camera spot. Here it is. Right over here. The one dot. I mean, if you've been on my channel before, if you've used the calculator before, if you use the number pad on your keyboard, you went to a bank machine, you know that the setup in BASIC that we see so often, more often than not, is right over here. It existed before, and you see numbers, but can you create anything from it? Can you see anything more than just the 9 numbers in front of you? Some people will say, well, what for? Well, what for? It's a game. The section where I put my video is science and technology, and it's not science where I'm creating a science for, it's my science, it's the alphabet science. It's science of the word. What is a word? It's science. You see, it's 2 letters, word. So it's science. I just want to write something down. Legal tender. Tender eyes. So I'm a little lost to where I was. I was with the Mars and Earth, and what is the dot? What is the word? Boy, I got an incoming call. Hold on a second. Just give me a minute. Oui, comment ça va, toi? Je suis chez nous. Je m'en vais rentrer dans le douche bientôt. Je suis en train de faire une vidéo. Tu reviens ici souper? Tu reviens ici souper? Ah! Ben oui, écoute, est-ce que je peux rappeler après mon vidéo? Hey, j'ai été au place, là, j'ai le contrat de soir après. C'était fucké le week-end. Bye. Hey, that is a friend of mine, very nice guy. We're all different in this world, right? We're all different in this world. Yeah, very nice guy. So I have to. There's just so many things going on. Dots and dashes, and we call them geometric shapes, and we connect them together, and they got 3 points, and now we're going pyramid. And then people they create the Star of David, and they say Merkaba. And if you take a look at Merkaba, why 6? What is it about 6 and 8? Well, if I create 8 directions, and I'm in the center of the 8 directions, or I am standing at any point of an 8 direction. I'm going to try and explain this. There's so many things going on. So many things going on with this. So many things going on. So when I'm talking about 8 directions, I'm going here. I can't do it on this. You see, on a 9, I only can do this. I can't move to all the directions. I need 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need to follow the rules. The rule 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The rules of the pixels. The minimum size is 36, right? The minimum size is 36. All areas of Mars fitting into Earth. Earth is the breakup of 9. Mars is the breakup of 4. There's 3, 6, 9 areas of 4 squares inside. This is the Mars creation. These are all Mars. The total of everything is Earth. Now, if you want to break Earth back up into Mars, we will now divide it this way. I'm going to try and explain it. It's what I see. It doesn't have to be. You can say it and see it your way for your reason, but I will explain mine and what is happening. Okay? There's the obligation. Okay? If you are a contractor in construction, like they said Jesus was, you have to understand what you could do in all your measurements and how to take the measurements. Now we use numbers, okay, for distance and location, etc. We use time for the amount of time it took to get to that distance and location, or a flow of something between somewhere and somewhere else. And on the periodic table, or on the weights and measures table, what is the flow? What is the pressure of that flow? What is pushing the pressure forward? So understanding this and understanding what we can use should bring us to an alter reality. So this over here, I'm going to show you, okay, that what happens, we're going to go back to why Earth is Earth. This goes in the title. This goes in the title, okay? Eve night. Eve night. Now we have ein, TINE, teen. This is 10. This. The sound of these 2 letters will exchange. You will say, I have a letter, or I have a letter. I have a letter to send. Is it the latter of the day saints? Is it the ladder of the day saints? Descending the ladder, climbing the ladder. Letter, ladder, latter day saints. Thinking, thinking, thinking.
Inside of this, it says 9. It also says 24 minus 9 equals to, okay, equals to 15. If you had it on this side, it would be 24 plus 9 equaling to 33. The massive rotation in Mars, which is 1/4 time, also noted as this number, if you want to look at it as a percentage or you want to look at it as part of maybe a dollar bill, right? A dollar bill. I cannot crisscross anything into that. Therefore, that will stand as S. In this one over here, I can plug one shot between them and divide them up. I will call this the square, and I will say this is Mars, because Mars numeric value is 51. So it looks like it. Here I show you the value of how to create the box square to better understand. It all comes in pieces and parts. Pieces and parts have to move away. We need doors to open up. We have to see, we have to understand, and I can't do this alone. I'm only forwarding what I think I see, and not what I think I see. Do I see it? I imagine it? Did I create it? I know this was found over here. There was one over here and one over here, and I put them together. You have to give me a little break. I'm going to get a glass of water, something to drink, and I'm hoping that I can remember that we are going to go on to Earth next. We can go back to these numbers, and if you read the entry into it, the description, the word that I chose is not because I wanted to choose them. It's because they were inside of 7 and even. If you look, I'm not sure if I wrote that down. Inside of 7 and even, okay, when you say 7, the take away the S for this, for whatever reason I'm taking away. We now have even, and then take away and just leave Eve and use the word 8 next, and now you have Eve, night. And if you take away the T from night, you have TINE, TINE, TEN, TIEN, to hold within. When the GH comes together, it can also increase and change to an F sound. Now we can also break up this word using just the letters, the single letters, or we can pair them together like N and I. In fact, N and I come together right over here. One way to create this is through number 15. 1 times 5, 1 plus 5 equals 6 and 5. 6 times 5, 6 plus 5 equals 30 and 11, 41. 41 or 14, it doesn't matter. There's so many things. 14 and 15 connect together. 13 and 14 are together in gematria, the single simple gematria, counting from 1 through 7, reaching the top of the pyramid, where 66 encompass that is on the top of the steeple, which is the gold 7. We can use other things on top. We can use number 5 on top. We can put the 5 on top and the 7 on top. Before I get this glass of water, I'm going to show you why. 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 equals 3, equals 2 equals 3. 1 times 3, 1 plus 3 equals to 3 equals to 4. This one equals to 7/1. This equals to 5/1. This one is Mars gate 7. Mars gate 7 through Venus. This one will represent the letter H, although it's an A. This one, okay, although it is the letter G, it's going to represent the letter B. 7 times 2 equals 14. 7 plus 2 equals to 9. We now have number 23 representing our next case in this one over here. Why did I do that? I was told to do it. I was shown to do it. I thought about doing it because of the cube. I'd like to get a cleaner one if possible. See, what happens is there's supposed to be 9 area spaces here. So there's 8 missing. So I took this one and I put an H over here for the 8. Over here, 7. There's 7 areas missing over here. I put 7 for the 2 dot. Win a big red sun in the heaven's gate. Number 17, I found another one on the weekend. How I got there, I do not remember, but there are other 17s out there. One of the ways to get 17 is 9 and 8. 17, are there any other ways to get 17, and with what reason? Okay, number 25 will also get 17 by the addition and multiplication of 2 times 5, 2 plus 5, which is the crown of math, because the king, okay, in the game of chess, 3 and 8, remember that 3 and 8, it'll also come into 23, is 11 and 5, is 16 and 38, 48, 54. 7, 38 and 5, 43, and 11, 54. Here is the sun, created by 14, created by 65, created by 23, 15, 35, 55, 85, 27. These are all the numbers in math that will recreate 65, that'll recreate number 41, which will recreate number 54. And this will bring on your birth in the DNA, because that's where number 1441 comes in. And if you take a look, when you put 1441, okay, it becomes 1. Add these together, 8, 1. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do it the other way. You say, hey, what if I had it the other way? And I went 41, 1, 14. I'll go 4, 2, 4. So this one's going to tell me it's a house cat. Notice the difference? It was with a 4, 1. Now it's with a 4, 2. This will create 6886, dividing of the 7th gate, 676. 8 and 8 is 16, 1 and 6 is 7. We now have 676. And that is the tav of the dividing of gematria, GT, of the 7th gate. Very hard to understand. Over here we have G and E. G and E is representing our moon. It's also representing the, let's use girl. I don't use that often, and boy. Okay, Yo, the student of boy. Yo, Earth and Mars plus Venus, Earth, Mars, Venus. This together, O and Y, is 1525, equals to 40 plus 2. Boy is number 42. Girl, real, R-E-L, a real. GI, 7 and 9, the GI, 16 and 18, 34, 44, 46. 46 and 42, 88. Sky system. Couldn't be any better. There are no sexes. There are no sexes. 88. Angels. Or it's different. 7, 6, 2, 7, 9, 9, 3. Do you notice this is 3 letters? 14 times 3. 1 and 4 is 5. 3 times 5 equals to 15. 3 plus 5 equals to 08. The total is 23. So you see that 35, that was once over, where's that 35? Oh, over here. And 5 by 5, 5 plus 5 will create 35. And this one will create 53. This one will create 35. This one will create 53. This is your silver matrix, your blue world silver matrix. Through the heaven of the E world, this is the female. Okay. So what we have is, this is 4 letters. So this one is 11.5. Back at a computer, it says 11.5 times 2 is 23. Times 2 to this times 2 is 23. Back to the same number. And if you do it this way, this one becomes 1, this one becomes 2, this becomes 2, and this will be exchanged into 227, life at the gateway. Life at the gateway. Do we ever get to enter? How do we enter? How do we get to enter? Okay, I'm really thirsty. I'm going to go. I'm going to try not to forget where I was. I want to come back to understanding and explaining that square. Just give me a minute.
Just give me a minute. Give me a minute. Thing. Yeah, I just want to put a do not disturb sign on my door. So I put a do not disturb occupied sign on the door. Just give me a minute. Hey, buddy. How you doing, kitty cat? How you doing, kitty cat? You're not a rat. You didn't send, but you're my friend, kitty cat. Well, you know, it's a little disturbing when you can't find tape. I have to walk over my cat. You think my cat's going to move out of the way for me? I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. Whoop. Okay. Well, lost the audience. Okay. Okay. Big deal. It is a big deal, but it is what it is. Got to go back to the beginning. I'm recording. I'm putting this out there. People here or not. This has got to get out there. You know why? Because it just does. I don't need to explain myself, do I? You think so? I don't think so. It's okay. I'm not. Okay, so now the thing is with this is now, give me another pen. And this is Mars. And I can do it this way. And I can do it this way. Doing it this way, I can probably do this. You see that? See, doing it this way, I can do that. And now we have just entered into the E world. Now, does size matter? You tell me, does size matter? And if I create this a different way, will this be the E or the G? Now, if it is the E or the G, right? 5E, 7G. Would you like to get more direct into the reality and connection? How much more can you get direct than what the math does? What the most intelligent people in the world have put together and have been teaching for centuries. Geometry, Greek, Latin, the Roman numerals, the names of the planets, the alphabet we have, when it came to be, who created it, and how did they disguise and create these letters, from where did they come? You look at a calculator, 1 times 1 is 1. You multiplied it. You multiplied it, it's 1. That's it. But why? Why is it 1? A man and a woman come together, 1 and 1 make 1 child. In all, they're 3. So if you're going to see something, see it in pieces of parts. It's 3. What can 3 do? What can the basic of 3 do? Well, the cell of 1 being a human male and the cell of 2 being a human female, one of them apparently they call X. I don't know. So X and Y chromosome. I don't even know how to spell it. But for those who want to know, it is the 24th and the 25th, the 6 plus 7 equals to 13 equals to 49. So here is, oh, and 24/03 reverse. So it is C. And 25th/02 reverse. It is the B. 63/72. 36 and 13 equals to 49 and 23. This is the 3 and 04/03 equals to 07 blank blank. Okay, so this is where we're going to go with this next. This is just so huge. This is just so huge. The reverse alphabet, basically for children. You got to do this for children. It's all about what the children learn, because they're going to process this over years. If I learned this as a child, I'd be processing this for the last 50 years. I've been at this for 15 years. I started at 41 when my mind was indoctrinated with everything else that surrounded me in all my life, never knowing that this even existed, the in-between, the nothingness, the void, the one in all and all in one. But nothing is alone and can't be ever. Even if you want to be, you're somewhere. The X and Y chromosome, the 24th and the 25th letter in the alphabet. 24 is the cat. 9 and 5, 1 times 4, 1 plus 4, 9 and 5 equals to 14. It's not the only way to get to 14. 8 and 6 is 14. 7 and 7 is 14. 10 and 4 is 14. 10 being to a single digit 1 and 4. 10 and 14 is the reverse of the cube being 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. Being 1 and 3, 1 and 3, 4. 10, 4, communication, good buddy. Got your rabbit ears on? Do we use the same thing for ham radio? Everything is about the connection and the link. So if we can connect and link whatever we do that's in the link and read off the link what it says, that's the story of the numbers on every level of understanding. It's an adjective, it's a verb. It's a single letter word, I am. Yeah, am is a single letter, isn't it? I am. What did God say? He said, I am. I am, I am, I am, I am. J'aime, j'aime, j'aime. It means to like. Je t'aime. I don't need to use all the words, but when you're saying the letter M, say the letter M. Say the letter J. Say the letters together. Say j'aime. They use the same significance for selling that big AC/DC burger, Mac. MacD. 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 I still have to understand all the numbers. You know, I see number 13. It could be 9 and 4, 13, like I said, right? 7 and 6, 13. 7 and 6, 13. So I'm going to show you this, the X and Y chromosome, and it's just so ironic when 3 and 8 come together, when C and H come together for ch, right? And what you have for C and H is you have C and you have H. You have Seach, you have Seach, Soch, Soche. I'm just trying to see the two words coming together. Cheesy, cheese. Anyways, the 3 and 8 is another number. I forgot to mark that earlier on in the video. The 3 and 8 is another number that's going to create 35, okay, which is going to create number 23, which is going to create number 11, which is going to create 1 times 1, 1 plus 1, 1 and 2, the female, through creation of Yo, Hey, Earth and Mars, the student. As well, understanding that the scales of letters that they tell us where the letters go and the numbers as to the Chaldean numerology or the gematria where the highest number is 7, where in gematria the highest number is 7, the division of the alphabet where it comes 1 and 1 is the 13th and the 14th letter. 1 and 3, 4, 1 and 4, 5. The 1 and 3 is going to create 7. 1 times 3, 1 plus 3. The number 14 will create 5 and 4. The fox passed through the sun. And 5 and 4, let me go back. 13 and 14. Anyways, those things is because they're on the same plateau, right? When you get to 13, 14, they're both 1. I can't move. Or can I move? Where have I arrived if I can move? I'm going to try and explain this to you if I
possibly can take my time. See, I run the scale. Should I run it this way? I don't know. I don't run it on a straight line. I don't know why, but you know, Gaia, you know, is it Gaia or guitar? I got a guitar. Hey, everybody looking at Gaia going, hey, we got a guitar. No, you got a Gaia-tar. You have the rat. And where does the rat live? Inside the sun, or the sun shining off the moon is experimenting and telling you that there is a rat. Because in the word, you cannot hide the words. All the words must be shared between the good and the evil. Those who know and those who are illiterate. And those who aren't illiterate, do they know how to read the ancient languages? The Mayans set this in stone as 260-day calendar of 18 days, if I remember, 18 months, 20 months, is it? And 18 days? I don't remember which one it is. Okay. 360. So there's something wrong with that calculation. 260. That's, anyways, I'm not going to get into that because I'm not, it's not on it. So this is 7, this is 6, and this is 6. So really on this plateau, okay, you have a passage that can run this way over here. You see, we can run that passage, right? Through the 7th gate. See here, 6, level 6, level 6. Okay, so this is what's happening on 66. And then on 55, you now have a new level. This is the breakout point. Here is your road 66 over here. Here's your breakout point over here. So at what point, if I created this, there's so many dimensions to this story. You see, I'm obligated to do this. I cannot bring this to a point because of the sizing and the separation telling me about Earth. Because Earth, the word for Earth, okay, E5, A1, R18, T20, H08, 0105, equals to 6, 24, 44, 52. 52. So here you got a 5 and a 1 and 1 is 2. You got 52. And inside of that, you have 8. You have 8. You have 8 and you have 8. You have 8 and then you have an 8 and then you have a 8. 1 here, 1 here, 1 here is 3. 1 here is 4. 1 here is 5. And that's your 8. I got a diamond 8. Must have been playing with Krista Berg. What do you think? Hey, got that diamond 8 with Krista Berg? So anyways, I don't remember how many there were. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 times 8 matrix. So this Earth, if I had to recreate it, I'd create it this way. So it's showing you. This way it's showing you 666. This way, okay, it's showing you 2, 2, 2. Now you're going to say to yourself, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? I need to see the screen a little bit better. Is that a little bit better? Okay, so when you see lines, if I show you, if you see this, okay, this is only pieces and parts. That's all it is pieces and parts. And secondly, you see 8, but it's not 8. It's 2 and it's 6. And the reason for that is you have to choose one of them, and I'm going to choose that one. I'm going to choose that one over here. Let me see if I can. See if it works. Yeah, okay, it works. This is the core. It is the center one. These are going around it. So it's 2 going around 6. The same thing as your cube and the same thing as your cube in Merkaba. I don't know which one I want to do. I'm not fluent on this. It's pretty much new to me. And I think it was down this way, over this way, and over this way. And this creates a delta angle. And it's almost like this block, this corner, is no longer there. And you can see inside the block. And inside the block is Merkaba, inside Rubik's Cube. This is just a single cube. Maybe I can make it a little bit bigger. I want to do it like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to do it like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know that when you do these, 1, 2, 3, 4, you have obligations. The smaller they are, you have obligations. The bigger they are, there's an obligation what you can do and you can't do. Following the ways of the carpenter, right? Following the ways of the. Hey, buddy, how you doing? Hey, you're a beautiful person. I won't tell anybody that you're INTERUPTED, something like that, right? Anybody hear me? Okay, you got to go down, cat. Okay, I love you. I love you very much. You're a beautiful cat. I wish you can get all your friends together. If we can get, listen, we're going to send some information out for all your friends, okay? First, let me try and see if I'll remember. Help me with your communication angle of transition, number 24, the cat. And we want to get all the cats at the same time, all the cats. And in fact, invite the dogs. Is there anybody else you like? The birds, who do you want? The birds, the rats, the dogs, the elephants. Let's just bring all the animals into the city, because I think that's the only light that will be understood by all people. The only light is in creation of our animals. If we can remember our animals, the sacredness of the animals, why, who they are, who you are with your great vision, who you are with your stubbornness, who you are, that you are the 16, 21, 37, 47, 55 plus 18, 55, 73. Wow, I just found out what 73 is part of freedom. 73, wow. CAT, hold on, it's not CAT, it's purr. So when the cat purrs, 16, 21, and 18, this equals to 37, this equals to 55. Your second R, okay, I'm not sure if you're going to do it the way the Russians do it, you know, which way you're going to write it, you know, but it begins to create your flower, okay, and I'm not sure how high your flower is going to go. Part of your Merkaba delta angle, here comes the flag sticking out, right? And delta is its split because it's 2 that came together. Just going to jump off the subject and back on. The J letter. Have you ever seen the J letter? Okay. And don't forget, it was Leno. So we have to play with that because it was Jay Leno. Very important. They put it in front of us. We have to use it in our search. Then we have to use other names with Leno. This is where the jack comes in. So that's the first part of the jack. When you take and you come out to create the second part of the jack, you've created the second part of the jack. In the creation of this part of that jack and each other jack, you have the heart. If you reverse this word, it will then say earth. It will then present itself in number 2552 and also reasoning to be the 1/4 cat. This, when we add this next 18, we have a total of 73. I have been looking for that number for a long time. 37 numbers on the single digit roulette. The single digit roulette. DIGHT. IGI 979. The half-life of the half-life. Got to read that. I got to understand that a little bit more. In the spirit of 76 of creation. Anyways, I don't want to get into that. I'm off the subject. Just that the word per, when broken up. Now we're going to do something else. We're going to add this to a single digit. So it would be 7 and 3 and 9 and 9, which the first 3 will equal to 19, which is the spirit. And then the last one will create the ninth one, 28, which is now the cycle of the spirit of man. The spirit of man. Okay, that's what. Ask me questions. Okay, I'm going to look back and say hello to you. Robin, I'm reading your stuff first. I'm very sorry that I didn't look. I fall behind. I get mixed up. There's a lot of things to do. So let me come in here. Funeral fun is real. I like that. Funeral fun is real. They send in the clowns, 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 clowns. Sky, sky. Oh, N, round, round, round. Second, number 2. Clowns are second because they go at round. So ND, when it comes to ND, it ends in second. Clowns and towns, second. Men and 10. Connection between when, okay, the playing cards, the universe. Hey, Sander, how you doing? Can you understand anything I'm doing here? Do you know what I'm doing? Would you like to ask me a question? I'm here right now. It doesn't have a timestamp when people put out the their what? Sending me the message in the chat. Since you wrote something in the chat, please do not hesitate. In fact, no one hesitate. What I'm doing is not concrete. Nothing is concrete. If you see I made an error, if you can add to it, subtract to it, rearrange it and change it so that can make logical, rational sense to more than just me, who am I to judge? But I judge on for myself and I choose for how I want to see things, and for what anybody else says, I can take it for the balance of all. Where I put it is my business. How you doing? Hey, little cat. How you doing, little cat? Little cat's relaxing, eh? See into the mind of others. You can never, and you could. When one is in ecstasy, when the body is vibrating, following the flow of the vibration, and it's already been documented by many, okay, who have made documentaries that we are a vibration. In fact, we are going to go a little bit deeper, and we are going to
Do humans have vibrations? We're gonna check and see if this is true. Now we're gonna look this up. Okay. Okay, we're gonna look this up. Hold on a second. So I'm going to show you. Hold on a second. Okay, I want to show you that everything in life is vibration. When I talk about something, you must tell me I'm wrong or I'm off the subject or put me in my place, because I look up my information online. And I don't care if it's real or if it's fake. Somebody else had to say it and it had to make it online. And the more, okay, that news is believable by multiple percentages, and that's where the information is. Real or fake, you see it there first. So if I go to somebody what does Einstein say? Let's see what Einstein says, okay? What does Einstein say about life? Albert Einstein wrote, "A calm and modest life bring more happiness than the pursuit of success combined with constant restlessness." His quote on a piece of paper. Albert Einstein wrote, "A calm and modest life brings more happiness than the pursuit of success combined with constant restlessness." His quote on a piece of paper sold for. I'm not interested. I want to know more. Albert Einstein, surprising thoughts. Albert Einstein, surprising thoughts. Thoughts. He had a mind. He was a thinker. He thought. The guy thought. You think, I think, we all think, hey, I guess we're like Albert Einstein. We think, right? We think we had a thought. But he presented in his thinking that he is rational and by chance logical. Rational and logical. Rational and logical. Rational and logical. Walking on the edge, knowing I'm never going to fall. And if I do, I'll land on my feet because I cannot be defeated. Defeated. Albert Einstein. Let's put this down here and see if we can get this over here. And let's see what Albert Einstein has to say. Albert Einstein was the world's most brilliant thinkers, influencing science thought immeasurably. He was also not shy about sharing his wisdom about other topics, writing essays, articles, letters, giving interviews and speeches. His everyday life opinions on social and intellectual issues that do not come from the world of physics give an insight into the spiritual and moral vision of the scientist, offering much to take to heart. This information is a science. This is a science of what is the vibration within us. How can you read the words of Einstein knowing that is the vibration that is within us? What does the word vibration mean? What does the word vibration mean? They say we run at 432 hertz. 432, 234, 666 equals 90-degree angle through the moon. But if it's Taurus through the moon, when we go out, we have to out. You can't see through it. You can't see through the light in the sky. You can't see through it because the horn is curled on the way out. It's a curveball. It's a dog leg on the way out. It's a Taurus on the way out. Do you know that this is the top or the bottom? But if this is the top or the bottom, then what is it? The bottom coiling up and coiling down, clockwise, counterclockwise. When you see them, you will know the difference in where you are. The coil. You coil right now. I'm coiling up. In order to coil down, I'm now going clockwise. The planet shifting with itself in some way. Distorting, dancing, I don't know. Can we really see the dance? TNH 28. TNH 28. So we're going to read on with Albert Einstein. The collection of essays and ideas, The World as I See It, gathers Einstein's thoughts from time 1935, when he was, the preface says, at the height of his scientific powers, but not yet known as the sage of the atomic age. In the book, Einstein comes back to the question of the purpose of life and what a meaningful life is on several occasions. In one passage, he links it to a sense of religiosity, probably to do with something to do with the city. But the minute you have city, the C and the T together, the third and the 20th letter, I don't know how to explain. It's just that the 2 will create the 3, which will create the 5. 1 times 1, 1 plus 1 equals 1 and 2 equals 3. 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 will equal 2 and 3 equals 5. Just that. Nothing else. Nothing else. Pieces and parts. You know how to use them. You got to use them. Pieces and parts. You look at the picture. You look at Mona Lisa. Everybody sees the picture. There is no picture. You made the picture. It's pieces and parts that come together as to be what you call the picture. So I'm not really sure where I should go back to where I was. I've lost myself in my own conversation. I'm going to read Mr. Sanders again. Sander Breitzma, I'm doing fine always, bro. Do you own a leather coat? I have noticed that you wear many. I noticed that you wear many of wear them in the. I don't wear any leather coat. I don't think so. Maybe I do. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's in the closet. You know why? Because that leather coat. That's a good question. Leather coat. What does leather do? What does leather do? What does leather do? If I'm wearing a leather coat, will it protect me from something? Should I get a leather coat? Does leather mean? Does it mean somebody's coming? Does it mean the winter comes and somebody's coming? The saddle, the horses, the cavalry is coming? What is it about leather? Okay, so I'm going to go back to where the chromosome was. I'm going to get a drink before I continue on. And yes, I've been all over the place. There's a ton of information. Do you want to know when the end of time is? Ask Jack. Because Jack came together, okay, here. Jack made love. These are 2 Jacks. There are 4 Jacks in the deck. Okay, 1 and 2, 1 and 1, 2 and 2. And that's it. This is 3. This is 2. This is 4. 2, 3, 4. Jack is part of the vibration. Why do I say that? Because if I took out a deck of cards right now and I showed you a deck of cards, you would understand that this Jack has 2 eyes. That this Jack has 2 eyes. That this Jack has 1 eye. There's 2 cards left. No. There's 1 card left. No. Oh, there's another card left. There's another card left. Oh, no, this is 3 Jacks. Wow, I'm missing a Jack. I'm missing a Jack. Okay, I'm missing the other Jack. So we now know that the Jack of Diamonds, JD, okay, has got 2 eyes. We know that JS, Jack of Spades, okay, has 1 eye. We know that JC, Jesus Christ, okay, has 2 eyes. See, I put T for 2, right? T for 2 divided by has 2 eyes.
And the JH, Jack of Hearts, the heavens of creation, the Hajjah, both in the A family, has one eye. And this is all wrong because the Jack of Spades has one eye. Wow, you're like on top of everything. Is it under you? Is it under you? Jack of Spades is one eye. So we're going to go JD. 10 and 4 and equals to 14 times 2 equals 28. And that's because of the two eyes. And that's, I guess, a cat with one eye. Well, I guess I'm starting to see the cat turn over. I almost see two eyes. There you go, two eyes, two-eyed cat. Okay, so now this is the first one. So now we're going to go to JS, the 10th and the 19th letter, equals to a total of 29. That's the birth. Okay, and it's one eye, so it's times 1 equals to 29. These two equaling to number 57 is the numeric value for the moon. And to back it up, when you look at the roulette board, hold on a second. Roulette. Orphan roulette. Images. First of all, you see it here where it says orphan. And 1, 21, 35, 45, 55, 65, 66, 75. See these numbers? There's a story in there. This one, 40, 57, 75. Three numbers for 57. 57 divided by three numbers equals to 19. 75 divided by five numbers equals to 25. The letter Y and the letter S comes together. The spirit of the earth, 25 plus 19 equals to 44. Area space, the division between day and night. I forget where that equation is from yesterday. I saw how they divided the day and night through the moon. They have to exhaust. They're exhausting. And there's tons of stuff. I spoke over here. How did I get 19 and 9? The S and the I comes together. The S and the I comes together. And again, they're talking about Mars, the Mars spirit, and the birth to the cycle of our 28-day moon. Man on the moon. Why? I use the word man. There are other words for it because the total letter count is the 13th and the 14th and 1. They're all 1, 1, 1 in gematria. All of them are ones. These two are connected together. 28 is for the word man, but in the reality is it was the code word in 68. It was in the name of man. It was in the life of man. In the life of man. Hitler. In the life of man. The reason for this, okay, is because of Vietnam. The ETs. Creation of ETs. Vietnam. Man in the cycle. I'm not sure exactly what it means yet. I don't remember where I got this 19 from. I'm still trying to figure out. Okay, we're going to go back down and do JC, which is 10 and 03 equaling to 13, and boom, bang, where I said Jesus Christ comes in, I get number 13. And that's where man comes in, and that's where we create 19. The multiplication and addition, equals to 4 equals to 3. When you multiply it again, equals to 12 and add it equals to 0.7. This is just a skeleton of the work. There's more you can do. We have to understand and see where all the possibilities go. But it has to be as easy as for a child, so it has to be multiplication, addition, subtraction, etc. One of the bases in this whole thing, right, not to forget, is to understand that 19 times 19 equals 361. Plus 19 equals to 38, equaling to 399. We have passed 365 2, 5. So we must take off and put 5 over here, 5 over 5 over here, and then we're going to put 7 over here, then we're going to put 4 over here, we're going to put 3 over here. This is the exact same thing as each other. First of all, it'll equal to 73, but these are the same thing. This here, 7 and 12. 7 and 12. Do you remember I just did that over here? 7 and 12 comes up to the same thing. I'm going to explain it, okay? The thing about this is it's on the other side of 360. It's 39 on the other side of 360. Which is telling me on the other side of 360 is a continuation of everything of the reality of something coming from somewhere else, the outside source, and you can't deny it. I can even prove the outside source. It's pretty easy. Are there other planets out there? Are the other planets, constellations causing anything on this planet? The outside source. If it's there, they might have an outside source. And if they do, you don't know everything, do you? You know everything? You want to tell me you know everything? Because you see something about an outside source. If you got to that outside source, you don't think that outside source would have a source? So the water that you pick up, remember playing with the words, the water that you pick up, and remember the wolf, because without the wolf, there is no flow. He blows all the time as the stream runs. The word is flow. Flow. W-O-L-F. Flow. Something about Aleph. Just got to take that away. So anyways, instead of fooling around anymore, 75 is a number that can be used as 3/4 of part of a whole. So this is 3/4, and these numbers are used in 3/4. But I just want to put that on the side. So if we surpassed it, things that have number 39, the word 10, the word angel, the 27 and 12 equals to 39. 3 by 13 equals to 39. 3 times 4 equals to 12. 3 plus 4 equals to 0, 7. 3 plus 13 equals to 16. So what happens here in this calculation, okay, is I multiplied 3 by 13 equals to 39. 3 plus 13 equals to 16. Okay. What I did here is I said 1 times 3, or 1 plus 3 equals to 4. So now I went 1 plus 3 equals to 4, 1 times 3 equals to 4. I'm using the same multiplication. Okay. So here's the L, here's the I, and this one is the angel over here. This is also X's and O's. So we understand it's love in one situation, 24th letter X, and the 15th letter O equaling to a total of 39. The word angel equals to 39. It is in the 66 family, in the F house, the 6th house of 66. You see, A is not at the beginning, but A is somewhere in the center, either by this form or by this form. 1 and 4. 1441, the blocks of creation. The bricks and blocks of creation. Inside the bricks and blocks of creation, they leave us with number 2. They leave us, okay, with number 5. You want to go the long tail, I can go the long tail. They leave us with 2, 5, if you want to do it that way. This is the way I do it. At the same time, it's going to create the the I. When you create the I, you create the IH. So now you have 5 and 2, H and I. The letters in the alphabet equal to 17. The reverse of the H and I, reverse, is going to be the S19 plus the R18 equaling to 37. So when you say stand on 17, you're also saying 37. S and R coming together. The separation between S and R, 19 and 18, mathematically, this equals to our vibration. When this one equals to 361 degrees, I have surpassed the 360 degrees in this situation. Surpassed it by 37. There are 37 numbers on the wheel. And there's a whole design I have for this wheel. The orphan children of 5775. Now, if we go down to the board over here, you can see 28 and 29 are black. 26, 29, 28, 31. The same repetition is at 8, 11, 10, 13. 24 and 18 on an angle. 54 the sun, and 60. I remember that as the time clock. 33 the passage of energy through the moon. Cycle of the moon of the birth. 2 and 6 Merkaba inside the cube. And the cube is right over here. This is the cube right over here. Taken from 14 to 23, excluding 13 and 15, 22 and 24. And if you notice, these corners are 37 and these corners are 37. Life on Mars, man on the house planet. 24 will create the house planet, separation by the 7th gate. This one will create the DC, reflecting numeric value number 19, reverse number 91, 13 times 7. 1 and 3 equals to 4, becomes 4 and 7. It becomes the word time. Jesus. And the reason for that, T20, I09, M13, E05. When you add them up, it equals to 47. So you want to know how much time? 47. 47 times what? Well, let's bring out the mic. Right? Me means halfway. Jack is a plug. 25. And Earth is 25. Sun is 48. So is Pluto. 48. Backwards, it's our sun, we back Jack. We do. The moon, 57. Walking what? Walking backwards. Walking backwards. 23, 24, and 12, 36, 46. Is that 47? 11 and 12, 23, 24, and 23, 47. Wow. This number will recreate this number. 5 by 7 equals to 35. 5 plus 7 equals to 12. Plus 35 equals to 47. Minus 12 equals to 23. Right. Okay. Okay, there's a lot going on here. There's a ton going on here. I talked about this design. This is only using 2 jacks. I can do this again, and I can come around to meet it over here, creating that illusion that there's a 3rd dimension, 3 sides. I cannot, one side will create one thing. 2 jacks will create the heart, okay? 3 jacks will create something else. The 4th jack is going to create something else, okay? And this peace sign is what connects them together underneath. This peace sign connects them together underneath. And that's where you see, hold on a second. Well, now I don't see any jacks. Okay, here's a jack. So you see that little thing on top? Okay, over here, that's where I put that over there. This and that, those 2 over there. This is Mars squares. This is Mars life on Earth. The reason for that is because I created all boxes of, I created 9s. Create the pound key of 9s. The total here is 12 by 12, 144. Okay, there's 1,444 minutes in a day. So it works out to something. It's Mars okay, because the division is even. All the divisions are even. You see, Earth has a center division, a crossing division over here. And the reason I did this is because earlier on I was creating a design and I needed it. And now I forget what that design was. So I guess I'm just going to do what I think it may have been. I was trying to connect, I believe, before Merkaba. So what I did, and I'm going to draw this hopefully with a colored pen, is that I would go all the way down to this corner over here. Then I would go all the way up to this corner over here. And then I can go right through the center if I want, what you all see. But what I'm actually going to do is do that. And this is bent. See the way it's bent? It's got one wall, and then it's got the other wall. So when you look at the delta angle, it's telling you a story. Okay, and at the same time, this story has already been told. There's been a new building built in New York. I think there were old buildings there, but somehow they fell down like 20 years ago or something in September. I'm not sure of the date. I think the day was 14. 1 times 4. No, it was 15. 1 times 4, 1 plus 4. It was 15. 1 times 5, 1 plus 5. 6 and 5, 11. 1 times 4, 1 plus 4. So it came down on 14 and 15. It came down on pi. 3.1415, 9265 pi. No, 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 no. I don't want to know. I didn't do the last one. It's JH. And you see JH is right equals to 10 and 08. And this is a representation of the angel spirit. In Hebrew, it's the month close to it as Tishrei. It is both in the A family. It is a total of 18. 10 is a creation of A, B, C, D, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. When you add them together, it equals to 10. If you add up 1 and 2, it equals to 3. You add up the 3 together, dividing sides, you end up with 6 plus the 4 equals to the 10. So 4 is what brings everything back together and reconnects. 1, 2, 3, 4. You multiply it, it equals to 24. 6 times 4, 6 plus 4 is also an equation of Zion, Israel. I'm not going to go on with this programmation right now. This is also a representation of the creation 3 times 6 or 2 times 9 of Venus. The numeric value for Venus is 81. Venus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's in the Sun venue. It's also in the Saturn venue because Saturn, as you saw earlier on, we were talking about a rat. But I'm not really sure where that went. I'm not sure if it left with the guitar. You see the rat? Antigua, Gaia, guitar. The Gaia guitar, the rat. the continuation. So I'm just looking, so we can have night, the night of Eve. The night of Eve. Ninth inning. Wow. Anyways, let me get back to where I was. I'm not even sure where I was. Yes, this is in Venus, and it's also represented over here, the core of all. See, I made a core of all in the center over here, although that core is divided up in 4 parts or in quarters, because that's how Earth is divided up. Mars is in halves. So if Mars is in halves and Earth is in quarters, 2 by 2, 3 by 3. But Earth is the quarter. It's divided up in quarters here. But Mars is 2 by 2. Earth is 3 by 3. 49 equals to 13, and 36 equals to 49. Equals up to the grandfather stage. I'm going to do this last thing. Mom and dad. Child. Okay, mom and dad and the child is 3. But what about the parents of the mom? Mom and dad. Mom and dad. 1, 2, and 2. So now you have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is the child to the parents, to the grandparents, and the leap year cycle of 4. The leap year cycle of 4. So we have 1 stage, the child. We have 2 stages. We have 3 stages of what must be. I mean, otherwise you have it stage 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But we have the stage, okay? The complete, what do you call it? Anyways, so now we have to go to the great grandparents, which my son had the great opportunity to meet his grandmother, his great-grandmother, for many years. And this would be the mom and the dad, and the mom and the dad, right? You think that's what it is, right? But wrong. You need a set here and you need a set here. So when you come to this stage, you need 4 and 4. This one needed 2, but this one needs 4. So now you have 8 and 7 when you get to the great-grandparents, and you have the gateway. 1 times 7, 1 plus 7 equals to 8, equals to 7. 7 times 8 equals to 56, plus 7 plus 8 equals to 15. 56 plus 15 equals to 71, and we begin all over again on Q. Q and QJ. Queen Jack, the reverse alphabet, the 12th and the 11th card in the deck. And I don't even want to get into it because I'm a little tired, and I think it's time that we end this video, unless I'm gonna speak to you, get a drink. Maybe I have a little bit left in the tank. There's just so many things going on. I want to put away the deck of cards. I don't like to have to finish and clean up everything. So what do you think there, Mr. Cat? We need a shower, eh? Big shower. Wow. Wow. Akashic Records, a song that they played, I listened to the other day, telling a story that I can read, and it's got music to it, and music is a story. Movies have music like this. It's fantastic. Xenon, remember the Alpha Babies, Aldous Huxley, the Chromosomes, just looking things over right now.
Where was I? Where was I? Yes, I was on number 17, and 17 is a parent in the bricks. We went over that already. I want to go back to this. 19 times 19 is 361. 18 times 18, that is the division in the roulette. The 18th and the 19th are the division. It shows you over here the first 18 numbers and the second 18 numbers. And at the same time, in this area, it creates, not sure if you can see the distance. Not sure if you can see the distance. If you can see that cube. Let me see. There's a red cube over there. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can. Let me see if you can see this. I'm going to make my screen as big as I can get it. See if I can show this over here. See this cube over here? Let me see. See this cube, these cubes over here? That's the center of roulette. I did different designs in each one. I could see the way the DNA goes over here, the way they run it through. Here they create a cube, and the further one you can see the octagons. Let's see the octagons. I'm not really sure. Here's another way to do it. The cube goes in over here. These are separations in colors and numbers. There's different ways you can create the design. They took the penny off the market here in Canada. I think that what this design was. I should have marked them down. That's nothing. I got the binary code. I've done one on Pi. I made an error in it. I still have it somewhere. I do have a couple of errors, so I'm not ready to really. I've shared it maybe, I don't know, a long time ago, but I've got errors in it. I want to talk about this delta angle. When you have the delta angle, we have to know everything that went along with the delta angle. And we know it's in the automobile industry when they had the car that was called Delta. So I'm not sure if Pontiac fits in that, because Pontiac also uses that design, telling us that story. Perhaps of, I'm not really sure what story. Anyways, I want to just show you that. Do you remember in the roulette when I showed you 2 seconds ago? Yeah, over here, when these blacks come together, and when these blacks come together over here, 13 and 10, see the way it goes down like this, creates a lumid, and then again it creates a lumid. It doesn't only create a lumid, it creates this, this design over here. And that design, I mean, you might just see just a design like that, but if you continue that design, right, we have just created a portal that way, a drawer to go that way. I could have made it the other way, but I'm creating a drawer. So I have to understand through that drawer what the numbers are. And the numbers are 28 and 29 coming together, and it's 57, the moon, the cycle of man, and the birth in the spirit is 76. Sweet 16, I'll stand on 17. Why? Because it's 16 that'll create 76. That'll create the number 55 as well as 29. That 29 is a backdoor creation to number 14, which creates this cycle to 29. 1 times 4, 4. 1 plus 4, 5. 5 times 4, 20. 5 plus 4, 9. 9 plus 20, 29. 9 and 2 / 11. So I'm now looking at the king of creation. The 11th letter is a K. JK, very funny. They are both in the A family, 21. The ace can also be used as 11. Now I'm going on multiple levels in different games. What could be and what shouldn't be, and what is in the game that you play. Arts and entertainment. See that all the time in the ads. AMC, I think it's arts and AMC theaters and GameStop. I've been seeing a lot of that lately. And one of the things is I've been designing this from the very beginning. From the very beginning, I'm designing. It's on my door over there, although I only made that a few months ago. Okay, that's part of a piece of something that should be done more. And if you can look in the center going across, that's the entrapment.
That's the entrapment. Try to follow me with this. This is the entrapment of what I call the delta angle. And I call it that because when you create this design, again, back with the building, except this one is going upward, okay? Why I call it that is because I only want to design this part here. Let me get a pen. Let me do it somewhere else. I show you that, okay? Same thing, right? But what I really want to design, I'm going to do that, is that. Same thing, right? Same thing, right? There it is. Same thing, different angle, same thing. Same thing, right? Same thing, different angles, different sizes. In this one, I can put a line. In this one, I can put a dot. I cannot touch the sides. So they're telling me 10. Something came together with something else to create something. And it could be the tall building. I don't know. Is that the tall building? Looking down the tall building? The pyramids, perhaps. Could be the pyramids. There are numbers are already there, but I have trouble when there's not much space over here to create more. So it's telling me my minimum space and the maximum amount of lines. And then we can do it the other way if I want. There's another way to do it. I can continue here, and then I would come down here. And by doing that, I think there's another design in here that at one point, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whoop. I'm going fast, going fast, going fast. Need a shower. I need a shower. I need a shower. So I'm talking about these. See these come together? That over there. This is also, I'm not sure if I can design this. I can't. Can't design that. Whoop. See that like elephant stand? You see that dimension? At the same time, if you take a good look, it could be a plugin. It could be a plugin. Remember the seventh area and gematria. And it's 767, also from gematria, because we have the area voided space. I'm just trying to and these two that I show you here are the 8 and 11 and 13 and 10, and the other one is 26 and 29 and 28 and 31. 7 and 2 and 1 and 4 comes together, 9, 10, 14. Same numeric value, you're going to get around this dice, 14. 14 and 7 is the way it's marked. I shouldn't scribble. I don't like to scribble at it. So this, if you take a look at it, okay, it's part of the octagon, right? You take one here, 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 one here. I shouldn't have done that, right? Shouldn't have done that. Did I get that right? Yeah, basically. That's one of them. and the other one's over here. So you get two of them like that. Here you get, I think, one here, one here. I think you get four of these. But this, if you take a look at the deck of cards, right, the kings and the jacks seem to have the same design. See the crown? See the way the crown is made? See the way it opens up on each side? Queens are different. You see the way the queen goes? I want to see a jack. I want to see a jack. Here's a jack. You see the jack's hat? It's exactly like the jack's hat. And I painted it up there. Up there in the background. See that? Yeah, my cat's yeah, that's not my floor, but it sure looks like it, eh? Anyways, so basically, I'm tired and my cat's all over me. Come on, please go away, please. Please. I gotta go. I got things to do. I'm gonna get back. Leather jacket looks awesome. I love the texture, the smell of it. Do you own a leather jacket? Fucking cat, come on. $52.25. I forget what I was doing in between. I have to look over this piece. I'm not really sure where I was. I was in so many places. There's so many things going on. The seventh gate, the extreme numbers of the seventh gate are number 14. It's made with A, B, C, D equaling into 10. And when you go to D, that is the one in the fourth letter equaling to 10. So it's telling you that story. 10 is J, DNA. The expression through the sun, J, DNA. I'm tired. I got to definitely take a shower. I'll try and be back later. Hi, Michelle. How are you? Hi, Grant. How are you? I don't have a cat. I don't have a cat. Where do you see a cat? You're a cat? Hey, are you a cat? You're not a cat. This is not a cat. Where do you have a cat? We don't have a cat. Hey, kitty cat. And the cat says per. So PUR equals to 55. And the other R equals to 73, which is a reverse. Okay, 73, it's a reverse of 17. And that's 17, 9, and 8 are the highest numbers. Okay, 9 and 8, 17. The reverse of 9 and 8, or the 9 and 8 equals to H and I, is a reverse of S and R equaling to 37. And S and R are the division of the 360-degree and over. Once you get to S, you're on the other side of the numbers already. Raphael, 19 by 18, what's that calculation? 19 times 18 equals to, 19 times 18 equals to 342. But 18 times 18 equals to 324. So it keeps in the vibration on the next number. And 19 is created by number 13. And where is 13? What is number 21? Where does it all come from? How can we recreate it? There's just too many things, and it hits everything from the stroke of a vibration, from the final stroke of a vibration. But before somebody strokes that vibration, they had to get it in order to share it. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. I hope all is good. Headaches, look for something, find a way. Confidence, believe in something. Vitamin B, find out what you're eating, maybe change part of your diet, maybe do things you don't do. Increase maybe your honey intake, because everything should be sweet in life. Maybe you should eat an apple just to know about the hardships in life. Have something a little bit bitter to remind you of this and that.
Wake up your inner vibration and be proud, and don't ask yourself so many questions. We ask so many questions. There is something else somewhere else. Although I say science and technology, the science and technology is the something else through the spoken word. And if you believe in the word that has been transmitted over years through the scriptures and the books, and believe the word I speaketh, I only speak of the word. How you rearrange the pieces of the puzzle is up to you. I want to thank you for watching this video. Connecting the bottom of two jacks is a peace sign.